The time is now. It's back to the rhymes. It's like, wow, he's back to the rhymes. I'm at the booth, straight dropping dimes. Clark Kent, daily plans, metropolis times. I write these raps while I'm under the gun. I see you back to get you some. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. Pure, raw, uncut, rap. Back to the rhymes. Now's the time. Time to unwind. Back to the rhymes. Back to the rhymes. Now's the time. Time to unwind because it's back to the rhymes. I'm trying to practice looking at the camera. It's kind of a pain, but I guess I got to train myself. What's that rhyme? All right. Oh, man. Hold on, folks. I got an important thing I have to do. Did this last time, but I got to do it. All right, here I am. So, because my list is very important, there's a movement on my list. I gotta make that change. It's very important. Okay, so YouTube channel's number one. And what do I have to say about that? So I'm not using the Ethernet cable today, which means the quality's back to down. That's a shame, but I was going through a lot of stress earlier today. My wife was helping me work on this, didn't work, and then I'm like, oh no, is the Wi-Fi going to go back on? So this is stuff that's so beyond my confidence level and area of expertise that I'm going to get with Noah and ask him. I think he'll come and he'll look at this. So it's going to be a little bit because I have some things to take care of before I bring them on in. So and invite him in, and obviously I hope he accepts my invitation. But he did offer to come before, so it would be unheard of that he would come here and help me because that would be really important. What I need is, okay, time to use the YouTube channel. Great, off Wi-Fi on Ethernet. Collect. All right, YouTube channel's done. Off Ethernet, back to Wi-Fi. Click, and it just goes. So at least I know what I need to do. It's just how can I do it? So that's the number one thing to improve this channel regularly. Like I said, I had the success last week, so that's good. What is this flashing? Is it? This thing's flashing on and off or something? Maybe that's the internet not being stable. From my view, I don't see that light flashing. Interesting. I will say that has to do with that might be an indicator. I'll have to do some research. I'll talk to a tech expert and say, why does it look like the lighting's changing? Is that the Wi-Fi coming and going? Instability with the connection? I'm trying to learn this stuff. I'm trying to, scares me. All right. Anything else to share about the YouTube channel? Not immediately. Okay, I'll just stop for now. Something else comes up, I'll mention it. Number 2, Trump's going to thump. I think just might have got a view here in the last few hours. I want to say thank you for that. But up to 408, whatever, 407. I do share that now and then when it seems to make sense. So, and that's number 2. Number 3 is changing. I showed you Battle Hymn of the Parents. That's on the thumbnail. My sketch. Then went on, it became the final artwork for the video. So that's done. Thanks again to Noah. So since that's done, I'm going to white it out as I speak. So now I'm moving on. So we have that up. So like I said, I'm working on, oh, okay, before I move on, as I do this, Bed of Bread, where are we at with that? I've done that with, I think, 42 people now. So I've got about 58 to go. My goal is one a day. It's coming along. I have enough people at my disposal, especially when I'm back to work. So that's a lot easier. When I wasn't working, it's like, oh man, to find people like hip hop and I'm not out in the mix, it's a lot more challenging to find people to share it with. And, not just share it with somebody who has zero interest in hip hop. I want to target. I want to share it with people who I believe like hip hop. I don't want to share it with any old buddy. So, I think that. So if you look at my videos on YouTube, before I forget, shout out to Perseus. What is that? Renegade Pinoy. This guy's got like 1.6 thousand subscribers. And he doesn't even talk on the phone. He wants to run for office, by the way. So we talked about that, but it's all text. So that's my hero right there. Now, I don't know if he has enough content to get to monetize because he has enough over the 1,000 subscribers, or at least to do with his phone live stream. I'd have to ask him. Maybe I better check with him since I'm trying to get better at this. And here's someone who's further down the road than me by far. He got a lot of views. He recorded the boxing match he was at in Texas. He's had some other sporting type things, so people check it out. I don't know how it does in terms of, because they're counting subscribers and they're counting views, like hours of viewing. So I do need to check with him. I should say something. Hey, mate, I saw your, because he never said anything, which is cool too. He didn't talk about it, but he recorded the fireworks at Fort Worth, and that's how I found out. I'm like, oh, wow. So that's exciting. Anyway, so we have number one is the Trump's gonna thump. Number two is like back to the rhymes, like where I forgot to put I don't think it's the first show. It's like the 13th show. I forgot to put what episode. And then number three is the Trump's gonna thump original, what I uploaded to Twitter. And number four, soon to be number three, is the Bed of Bread album cover. I was like at 55 views. So that's making progress. It's just interesting to see how these things happen. No Hoax at 603 views. Yeah. That's still running out ahead. All right. So next, my daughter wants me to write it like this. I guess I'm going to use a blue pen. That's fine. So next is merch. I got to work on my merch. I was just talking to someone about this here a few hours ago, but I thought she had a lead for me on some t-shirts, but she didn't. She ordered some, and we ran out. We need to resupply. She sent me the website and the contact information for them. So that was something I could check off this week. So what's this merch you're talking about? This. So we have more adults buying these than kids right now. So I need to get some larger sizes. I probably don't need to buy any more kids shirts for the time being. So that's that. I would like to get a hat or something. I have an idea for a design, but we'll see. I'd like a different color scheme potentially too, but I have to talk to them. I want to see what the prices are. Someone's saying maybe $15 a shirt's not enough. But I see lots of shirts that's, like we were at Spuds. Spuds had their shirt for $15. I see shirts that go, it seems like $15. And Audra at the mower shop said, I saw your shirt for $15. Was that right? I said, that's what I've been doing. So it seems like the right price. But then again, how much is it going to cost? I don't know. So that's that. That's what I'm working on with that. Rules of engagement, nothing new to share. You will be glorified. I will move down to Bellevue Ballers and back up to that. Bellevue Ballers, so I need to check in with Alex because he got to check out the sparkling water. We'll see if he likes that. See what else he wants. Is he an entrepreneur? He just wants to deliver mail. Like I deliver mail, but I don't just want to deliver mail. But some people just want to deliver mail. Well, I do know he likes 80s music. I don't know what we're going to do about that. I see they posted at the Apostle to get a Friday night DJ 9 to 11. So they're making progress with their live music or any kind of music. I guess we would just be playing recorded music in our case. Well, that's a DJ too. So they're playing recorded music. It's not. Yeah, they just have a DJ. I should just say, if anyone wants to work at the post office, man, come on down. We need your help. So it's crazy. I'm talking in particular carriers. I'm talking to an old friend about work on the inside. We need help there too. But wow, it's just getting off at 8 p.m. You're not going to do anything after work. And so we'll see what my schedule is, but it's hard. Me and Alex, our schedule's not going to line up much going forward. Maybe it might have to be on a holiday or during my vacation or his vacation. That's about where we're at. Because we're not having any time off. No one's getting off at 4. That's not happening for the foreseeable future. So the You Will Be Glorified, I want to bring that up to Alex too, because I saw Kelly, I think I mentioned that. So we're going to talk to Alex. So there's a plan to talk to him, but it has to do with Bellevue Ballers in terms of I don't want to skip any steps, an order of business. So we're going to do things in order. We're getting there. We put some work into it today. Another thing related to Bellevue Ballers was at the bank, and I mentioned that's the name of my business account way back when. Oh, I like that name, Bellevue Ballers. Turns out this fellow makes beats. I don't know. And he worked at Wells Fargo. Okay, where'd he go? He's not there anymore. I didn't know he made beats, hip hop beats. So, a good guy. I like him for sure. And it's nice to know someone that is likable and makes beats and might want to, collaborate, hopefully. I don't know, but I can't find him. Like the manager of the bank knows him. He comes by, but he didn't say, "Hey man, give me your number." He didn't do any of that. Oh yeah, he comes by every couple of weeks, which I do. I'll just come back. Okay, so maybe I should say, "Hey, you can have him leave his contact information so we can connect." I didn't push it that hard yet, but I'm gonna go back and try to connect with them. My Reformation music video, like I said, I talked to Mike last week. I'd say give him a month, so I'll say till the end of July. I'll check in with him. I think my wife saw him today, most likely, for the first time in 16 months. And now music, no progress there. School Us album sales. I am so happy to report to you. One sold. Thank you, Taylor. I hope to see you in the future. She's moving. Her and her roommate are moving out of my route to Thais' route. And she made the purchase. She paid enough for 2, but took 1. And I'm very thankful for that. So it said I'm worth it. So that must mean she expects some good music. This song, in terms of current events, is the current event, really, from everything I hear. We could talk about homelessness or whatever, but I see the political ads are coming out since I deliver them for the post office, but I don't have a ton to say. We'll see if August 13th or 17th, Trump's back in office. You can only hope. There's people working on things, and I think they're working not part-time, but full-time. So, you can't just keep telling people dates and then moving back. Trump's going to be back in office sometime in 2050. It's going to be great. Oh, great. Oh, I did see, I don't know where it was, but there was some kind of a race car event. So this isn't a public place, but it's racing. I don't know what kind of cars they were. I didn't look too close. I could probably ask my brother, but American flag, next flag, Trump won, next flag, American flag, next flag, Trump won. It's just like a Trump, almost like they took out the fence and put in one, Trump won. That was cool. That's the race I want to be at. Well, I'll just go ahead and get back to the rhymes now. Now, I'm prepared to do a few verses with this. I hadn't thought too much about the next verse, but But that's okay. Don't ask, which is the name, and I won't tell if I got vaxxed and I'm going to hell. Don't ask. Don't ask, and I won't tell if I got vaxxed and I'm going to hell. Don't ask. Don't. Why, Mike? Why can't I? Well, you could. I don't think you should. Why, Mike? Why shouldn't I? None ya. That's why. Because we about, what's that say? We about that. I'm supposed to say we ain't about that. Because we ain't about that. We about this. Live and let live. Tend to your biz. Raise them kids. Sing and give to our Father, for He is. That's how I ended it. Don't ask, and I won't tell if I got vaxxed and I'm going to hell. Don't ask. Don't ask, and I won't tell if I got vaxxed and I'm going to hell. Don't ask. Don't. Now, I was having a conversation with my daughter, and the conversation was because we're listening to Jason Aldean, Dirt Roads. What's that? Riding Dirt, right? It's not Riding Roads. That's Dustin Lynch's, but it's something like Dirt Roads. It's from like a few years back. Not my favorite song, but and it was, what's the difference between rap and talking? Because she said it sounds like he's talking, and I'm like, I think you're right. And some of these songs, what's the I tried so hard, and they have that, and he's like, they talk, it's not rap, but when is it rap? When is it talking? Yeah, I could say, why, Mike? Why can't I? Well, you could. Why, Mike? Why can't I? I didn't know how to explain the difference. Why, Mike? Why can't I? Well, you could, but I don't think you should. There's something about an action. There's an action involved in what you're saying compared to if you're talking. It's kind of like acting, I guess. It's not just, I guess if an actor was reading lines, just coldly reading lines versus really coming, getting into the part. Because I guess you could take the lyrics of a rap and just read it, but it's not exactly rapping. But it's kind of hard to articulate, I thought. So that's that. I thought I was going to say something else, but I think that's it. Oh, she's also mentioned, Daddy, do you like freestyle? Do you know freestyle? That one. I'm like, what's going on? So I can't remember the name of the YouTube show she likes, but they have someone doing freestyle. And so she says she's tried it. She hasn't been able to catch on how to do it. So maybe that'll be my project to help my daughter get better at freestyle, which is not something I've ever really done much of. So it is a good opportunity for me to up my game, So let's see what happens with that. I did try it a little bit. It's like some things. It's like I'm talking to the other Alex. We watched Kiss video and all this. We spent time together, but my heart is just not into rock rap or hard rock. Some of the stuff I like, but it's just not freestyle. I hear a good freestyler and I respect it, but I'm not like, oh, I respect it. The lyrics are incredible, obviously, but it's not like hearing a great song and just, man, that does so much for me. Everyone's different. That's for me, but I respect it a ton. All right, then we get on to verse 2. So we look at the pattern here. It's such a short hook. I can just rewrite it. So I don't have to mess around with the papers. Verse 2. I was talking to a couple out there, Ivan, Sandy, like in the Don't Ask. But we're talking, we got to be real low key, you know. I shouldn't even say names, but I put myself out here, even though I don't say exactly. We're talking, oh, that's where I messed up. I was going to look up HIPAA. I've heard enough about it. That's what I was going to look up, and I get pretty carried away with all the stuff I'm working on, which is not a bad thing, but it's like you're moving from one world to another, you know. Oh, I got this video coming up. I'm going to get into that world. Okay. So I'm just writing the hook for the second verse. Same as the first, of course. And so now, what, you know, here's how I like to function. Yeah. So, like I said, I won't divulge the name too much, but I was talking to somebody and she said she works at the big university and they're really all about science until it's an emergency. Then we throw science out the window, and now all of a sudden HIPAA is no, this doesn't violate HIPAA. It's just all this double speak. Now, did I research HIPAA? I didn't. So that's on me. I failed. I wanted to be better prepared for this. But I'm not going to look it up live now. So I think it's as simple as saying you have a right to privacy when it comes to this. So what is different about this where somebody will come up to you, and like I said, it'd be like walking up on somebody and say, had any abortions lately? Anything private that you've done lately that you want to discuss to a complete stranger like me? Again, should I look up there? So that's gone, you know. Now, I suspect when we can talk about the flu shot, you get your flu shot. That's not really unintrusive, probably, but still, I can go back. Let me go back a little bit. Someone asked me years ago, get your flu shot or get a flu shot. They say your flu shot, like you've got one waiting for you with your name on it. And same with this. And it's like, no, you know, I'm healthy. I've made it through all these years, never had to stop working. I had only issues with my foot and nothing to do with the flu. So anyway, so don't ask and I won't tell. Now, yeah, church is kind of open again. This is another tough discussion for me, but man, the thing is, the discussion goes along the lines that we should all come together as one body and not get distracted by the ways of the world and all that. But they're inseparable. You just can't separate them. It's nice to say, yeah, we're all going to come together. We're our brains are working in all these arenas simultaneously. So you're not going to just, I think that should be the intention, but everyone has different perspectives. So don't ask, and I won't tell. If I got vax, I'm going to hell. Don't ask, don't. I said, why? Okay, Mike, why can't I? So I can try it this way. You vaxxed? And see, it's a conversation. And I've seen some of these people pushing the vax, asking, like saying I'm vaxxed, almost like it, you know, you're late. Vaxxed was a pejorative. Look that one up. What is that when it's derogatory? I know it's derogatory, but what's that word pejorative? I was talking to someone on my route, my kind of former route, but it's kind of still my route. And he likes English, and we were talking about hip hop and And what's nice about hip hop is it gets you to open the dictionary, increase your vocabulary, makes you more effective. So that's the thing. I kind of made a slight offer to go to his English class and talk a little about hip hop, but it didn't seem like anything he was interested in. For how do you spell that? Uh-oh. Oh no. Am I way off? That's not even close to that. Uh-oh. Pre-short. Wow. I guess that's a word I'm way off on. I'll have to check with maybe the Underground Bible Scholar on that. He's good with the words, man. He helps me a lot. So it's like this. Someone walks up to you, you vaxxed, but they wouldn't say like that. Are you vaxxed? It doesn't happen that much. But now they're talking about the door to door, right? They could come up to your door and ask, who wants to know? It could say, who wants to know? King Fauci and his stick squad. What's a stick squad? Well, they say jabs, a stick in the arm, stick squad. We prefer I'm just going to go outside. I'm speaking for them. Let's see. Who prefers your bicep to your quad? To your quad. Now, if you have a real bad reaction to a vaccination and you're in a medical facility or maybe a tent out in the middle of nowhere, compared to a bad reaction, you're at home. I mean, isn't that better to be already at the hospital having your bad reaction? You're already at the hospital. We can just take care of you right here to your bad reaction to your vax. Okay. Who prefers your bicep to your vax? Who wants to know King Fauci and his stick squad? Who prefers your bicep to your quad? They're running, coming for me, y'all. They're running, coming. Foam. Coming for me, Lord. For me, Lord. So the quick up to date, I think my friend out there is no trespassing. I mean, we got to ready ourselves. We got to have a ready defense. We got to be ready for it. It's hard to imagine people coming to your house. I mean, I've seen census workers come into the houses, but I mean, if this is what's up, the thing is, I thought the big deal was 70%. I guess it's just too much money in it, and that's quite obvious because how do you have a vaccine lottery if there isn't a lot of money in it? So I'd say I'll stop there, and like I said, maybe I'll work on looking at the camera a little more. We'll get back to the rhymes next week.